Good morning. Let's talk about 8051 memory organization. So, high internal memory is organized in 8051 microcontroller. So, we have discussed that 8051 memory. In memory, we have inbuilt RAM and inbuilt ROM. So, they are having um, some capacity. So, for example, we are having 4K ROM or we are using 128 bytes of RAM. So we have basically two memories, that is program memory and data memory. Program memory is called ROM and data memory is called RAM. Okay. So ROM memory is used to store the permanent data or permanent, it saves the program, and data memory is used for storing the temporarily or intermediate results or variables. So first we talk about program memory or ROM or the code memory. So in program memory is used for permanent saving of program. It is also called code memory. So in this it is read only memory. So we cannot write in this memory, we can only read the data from this memory. So it is having some capacity like 4K ROM is there inbuilt in the microcontroller 8051. Suppose we want to connect more memory up to 64 ROM we can connect, then we have to use external pin EA through which we can connect external ROM memory to the microcontroller. So from this diagram we can see EA pin is used in the microcontroller to control whether we are using RAM memory internally or externally. For example, if EA pin is 0, then internal program memory will not be used, only external ROM will be used, that will be from 00 to FFFFH. All the 64 memory addresses will be used here. Now if we are using this pin, we connect this pin as 1, then we can use 0 to 4K internal memory, and after that we can use the external memory. So total 64K memory we can use. We are using here internal memory 4K and 60K we are using as external memory. So if EA pin is 1, then we can use internal and external memory both. If it is 0, then we can only use the external memory. Now let's talk about internal data memory, that is also called RAM. So in 8051 microcontroller we have 256 bytes of internal data memory or RAM. So out of this we can use 0 to 7FH, that means 128 bytes we can use for internal data memory that can be accessed directly and indirectly. And the upper 128 bytes, that is from 80H to FFH, can be addressed only indirectly. How 128 internal RAM is organized? We are having 4 register banks here. So here we have memory organization, how internal RAM memory is connected. We have 4 register bank, R0, register bank 0 to register bank 3. Then we have bit addressable area from 20H to 2FH, and then scratch pad area 30H to 7FH. So this is your bit addressable area. Let's explore this. In bit addressable area, that is from 20H to 7FH. That means each bit is having its own address, that is from 0 to 7FH. We have total 16 such register. That means we have 128 bits, they have different addresses that are called bit addressable memory. Then we have external data memory. We can connect 64K external data memory or RAM in the circuit. So for connecting external RAM, we have to use, if we want to access external memory, that will be access to external memory is very much slower than the internal memory. So in SFR register we do proper setting of some bits, and according to that we can access the external data memory. So in this diagram we can say how address multiplexing is done for external program or code memory. So here we know that on port 0 we connect address and data lines AD0 to AD7. I have told you that you can use you can connect address and data both on these memory. So this is done with the help of address latch enable pin. Whenever this pin is this provides the signal, then this flip flop will be active, and these pins A0 to A7 will be used as address pins. And when this pin will give the signal to make this flip flop deactivate, then this pin will be used as data pins. So address latch enable is controlling basically whether we can use these port 0 pins as a data bus or a address bus with the help of ALE. And similarly we have port 2 pins. On port 2 we are having higher order address lines A8 to A15. Now if you want to connect external program or code memory, then program status enable pin is connected to the external memory output enable pin. Now suppose we want to connect external RAM or data memory, then the signals required will be port 0 will be connected in the same way, and ALE pin will be connected in the same way. In this case, EA bar will be connected. EA bar will be connected to access the memory, and port 2 and port 2.1, these will be connected to address A8 and A9, and these are RD bar and WR bar, read and, because it is RAM memory, read and write operation both will be there. So these will be connected. PSEN bar will be not connected. So in this way how we connect. This is the main and important memory structure used for 8051 microcontroller. We are having PSEN pin and EA bar pin. So these pins are used to basically connect the various memories. These are called memory pins. They make available to access the external memories. EA bar pin, if it is connected to 0, then we can use external memories. If it is connected to 1, then we can use internal memory. So total memory, internal RAM or ROM, we can access up to 64K. So this is your PSEN pin. If external memory is used, then we have to connect PSEN bar also, this memory pin also. If internal memory is used, then PSEN is not required. So using program memory or read-only memory or connecting ROM up to 64K, the status should be, if we are using external memory, then we have to connect PSEN bar signal also. If we are using internal memory, then there is no need to connect PSEN bar. Similarly, if we want to connect external ROM or data memory, then we have, this is read and write memory, so we have to connect read bar and write bar, both the signals. So in this we have 256 memory up to 00 to FFF. These are internal RAM memory, and after that we can use external memory. So total 64K external memory we can use as a data memory, and similarly 64K memory we can use as a program memory.